Hello everyone and welcome to the fourth round of the GP4 DTM Offline Championship. I am George Roke, your commentator for this race, and before you ask, no, I am not taking over from the Grime Lloyd. I'm just going to be commentating this race and possibly next race. But we're here for the fourth round for the Turkish Grand Prix at the Istanbul Park Circuit. The last race winner was Pedro Muka. It will be very interesting to see who will win this race. The season has been a lot better than I expected, to be honest. It's been a lot exciting, especially so far. My favourite race was definitely the Lausitz Ring, where Turn 1 was host of a ton of crashes, an absolute ton of crashes. We've got a whole mixture of talent in this series, a whole mixture of people from various different countries. We've got Azul Zafri back from the GP4 Offline Championship. We've got people like Renz Jans, we've got Victor Ibobo, names that people will recognise that are currently in the GP4 Offline Championship or GP2 Offline Championship. So anyway, we will now head on to the grid for the race. So here we are. We have Valentine Nisu on pole position. Hello, Jonathan Kloskwe in second place. I hope I pronounced that right. Levente Dobos third. Chris Brown fourth. Mihina Blaga in fifth with Victor Ibobo sixth. Ranz Jans in seventh with Oscar Clayton in eighth. Azul Zafri in ninth with Alvin Summers 10th. Hakan Sam 11th with Joel Dyer 12th. Jordan Worrell and Richard Johnson 13th and 14th. Andrea Federi in 15th with John Arthur 16th. Veteran Fedrina 17th and Hotala 18th. Julia Anderson 19th, Victor Prado 20th, Zemsik in 21st, and Pedro Muka in 22nd. Anyway, here we are on the grid. We'll start the race. 32 laps around the Istanbul Park Circuit. The lap times are notably very quick here, at least 4 seconds quicker than the GP4 Offline Championship cars, as the lights are now coming on. We now have 5 lights. And the lights are out, away we go, and Nisu's made a great start, but Kloske is going to get overtaken for second place here by Levente Dobos, the championship leader. And Levente Dobos has got second, but Nisu's got a great start ahead of Dobos and ahead of Kloske. And as the cars come through, it looks like everyone's managed to avoid some contact. There's Hatara, Anderson, Vedrina, Zemsik, Prado, Muka. Prado will need to get up there as he is near the top in the driver's standing, so he will need to get up the order if he wants to keep in the title fight for the moment in time. But Nisu leads ahead of Levente Dobos in second, with Kloske in third, the Belgian. Not a good start, not the start that he particularly would have wanted, but Nisu's already got nearly a second lead as they're coming through turn 8, and so far all the cars have avoided contact as they now come through the infamous turn 8. Great sounds, these DTM cars. In a way, you could say they're a lot better than the current F1 cars with the way they sound. But anyway, Nisu comes through turn 8. All the cars so far have got through unscathed, no crashes so far. As there's Victor Ibobo battling with Blaga for 6th place. And Blaga, is he going to make the move? No, he's not. As there's Dyer under attack from Clayton. Zafri in 12th. He's not made a great start. He's dropped down about 3 places. Muka's at the back there. As Nisu comes through leading as they come through into turn 12, 13 and 14 at the end of the first lap of this race. Down the long straight. Here comes, there's Kloske, there's Chris Brown in 4th. As there's Blaga. Clayton, Zafri, Hakan Sam, I should say. There's Artur. There's about 3 wide at the back there. There's Anderson. There's Atala, who, by the way, I forgot to mention, he will be replaced next race, which has saddened the paddock, unfortunately. But here's Nisu, he's leading coming into turn 1. Levente Dobos second, Kloske just behind the third, Brown in 4th, Ibobo in 5th, Blag 6th, Rendian 7th, Summers 8th, Dyer 9th. As there's Azul Zafri in 11th place. As we look through the field, as I said, so far everyone has avoided contact. There's Muka at the back, Prato at the back. Iju's got a comfortable lead. Here's Federi in 14th place. He comes through, coming through turn 5. Or turn 4 I should say. So far no problems there. Very close between the DTM cars. There's notably, at least I think it was only about 4/10 it's the qualifying between all 22 cars, which shows how like competitive this championship is. As we're now the cars head through turn 8 for the second time. There's Kloske in third. He's got a big gap to Chris Brown in 4th place. Coming down, as there is Richard Johnson, who's gone wide, and Johnson's gone wide, and he's going to come back on the track, and there's contact, and Johnson's out the race. I don't know who he's collected, but I was one that's all. There's been another crash behind. I think there's 2 other cars involved. There's, I think, 3 cars involved. There's 3 cars involved. There's been a big crash. There might be, I don't know what's going on there, but there's been a big crash. So here's Johnson, who's coming through. He got out of shape coming through the first part of turn 8. He went wide onto the curb, and as he came to rejoin the track, he didn't see car coming through. So who was that going on? It was John Arthur, or John Artur, I believe that's how you pronounce it. There's Zemsik that's just going through. Did he avoid contact? And oh, that's why. So Anderson went wide as well. He did the exact same thing that he did behind, and he collected Vedrina there. And unfortunately, it looks like all four cars are out on the spot there quite a accident there. There is John Arthur right at the back. There's Johnson, there's Anderson. So wow, spectacular crash here. We come through turn 8. As you can see, on board with Johnson, he just came right back into the front of John Arthur. It's a big crash there. And wow, that is a very interesting start to the race. There's Anderson, who's unfortunately been caught up in it. So these 4 drivers are out on the spot. There's Hugo Prado that's just making it through. Scores on board, he manages to fortunately make it through. We're going to go on board with now Vadrina. From his point of view, as he comes around, you can see the car going one in front of him, and he just comes out. Vadrina had absolutely nowhere to go and got taken out by Johnson, who actually I believe is his teammate, I think. And unfortunately that is Vadrina out. John Arthur is out, Anderson is out, Johnson's out. So dramatic start. Here's Renz Jans trying to get 6th place off of Blaga, and he's made the move stick, has he? Yes, he has, as Summers is behind. And there's and there was a big move there. That was Hakan Sam through as well, and I think Hatala was involved as well. So what was going on there? So Sam was trying to make the move for 12th place, and he did so. And Hatala, I think he got past 2 cars. So here is Hatala, he's coming through in 15th, and he just manages to sneak past where he nearly got all 3 in one corner. So spectacular move by Carpool Hatala. As there is again, there's contact in front. There's contact between Victor Bobo and Renz Jans. And you can see what happened here. So Jans was trying to make a move, but Bobo defended. You can see those contacts. Jans went into the back with no damage done, fortunately, and they don't lose any position. So Jans keeps 6th place ahead of Blaga behind him, and I believe that's Clayton behind Blaga as well. As here is the battle between the 6th places. Now Blaga is right behind Renz Jans, and so is Clayton. And as you know, it's not Clayton, it's Summers. I do apologise. And Summers has made a move, and Summers has made a move past Blaga for 7th place. And he's managed to nab Blaga, who's stuck behind Renz Jans. And Summers has made it up to 7th place past Blaga, and Renz Jans has still kept 6th place at this moment in time. And there's more contact between Hugo Prato there. And who was that? I'm not sure who that was. And that was Federi, who then went into Hatala in front of him. And Hatala's lost quite a few positions for that. He's down to 17th place. Not good there for Hatala. Here's the battle for the lead between Levente Dobos, the championship leader, and of course Valentine Nisu. And Dobos is going to take. Is he going to take the lead? No, he's not. And Dobos stays behind. And Nisu keeps the lead for now. As now Chris Brown has gone wide, and he comes right in front of the track there in 4th place. And here comes Chris Brown, so you can see what happens. He goes wide, coming onto the back straight. And he goes onto the curve, and he comes right out in front. That was very close there. Comes out right in front of, I believe that was Blaga, I think it was. As here's Rumble with Federi coming into turn 12. And has he made the move stick? And I believe he has. And the answer is he has made the move stick ahead of Worrell, the Brit. And now I believe that is Azul Zafri, is that coming into the pits? And it is. So Zafri comes in for the first pit stop. So it's quite an early one. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out for Zafri during this race. So on lap 11, he's probably going to go for the 1 stop. But it's quite an early one to make a 1 stop. So we'll see how that works out for Azul Zafri. So let's see how quick this stop will be for the Malaysian driver, who unexpectedly left the series, which shocked many people, as he was the creator of the series, of course. But now into the pits comes Renz Jans, who is running in the top 6. So let's see how quick this stop will be. And it will be, as there goes Warpass, and Hakan Sam is in the pits as well. And Zem6 in the pits as well behind him, as you can see on the graphic below. So Hakan Sam comes in the pits. I think that is when Dobos going out. Not Dobos, sorry, but I do apologise. Anyway, and speaking of Dobos, here he is. So Dobos is still stuck behind Valentine Nisu as we come through turn 8. And it was Renz Jans that was coming up the pits there, I should say. As now here is the battle for the lead. Dobos, is he going to try and make a move on Nisu coming in to turn 9? And no, he can't quite make the move stick. As now, and that's a car failure, and that is Clayton out of the race. That's an engine failure for Oliver Clayton. I think that's his name anyway. But Clayton is out of this race. The Scotsman, he'll be very disappointed with that. He was running just around the top 10. As the marshal comes to push him away, so there's Worrell in the pits. And the battle for the lead is still going on. And still, Nisu has held off Dobos for the moment in time. And there's, I believe that was a bit of contact. There was something going on there between Dyer and Federi. So what happened here? And no, it was Dyer lost it coming round into turn 7, and Federi obviously went into him, Dyer went into Federi, but fortunately no damage was done. And they both can resume. As now Summers comes into the pits, as there's Kloskwe going past. Chris Brown's coming into the pit, has just come out the pits as well. There goes Renz Jans. There's Blago, who's obviously made a stop. Here comes Hutala into the pits, the Finn. So let's see how quick this stop will be. It's a 6-second stop. There's M6 and 17. This battle continues for the lead between Dobos and Nisu. It's been going on for pretty much the whole race since around about lap 9. It's been going on for about 5 laps now or so, maybe even longer, and Dobos still can't get past. And he's still trying to get past. And now Victor Ibobo has managed to catch up to both of these drivers, and is Dobos finally going to make a move to turn 1? No, he can't. And Nisu is holding very, very much firm here. Now he's inviting Victor Ibobo to come and attack for the lead, as we're now just about halfway through this race. Ibobo is in third. He will want to try and see if he can get the win. Ibobo had contact earlier on. I didn't think he'd be in contention to win this, but he's managed to catch these two up. As there's Federer in the pits behind. There's Dyer in fourth. There's Muka and Kloskwe battling each other there. As Federer comes into the pits, let's see how quick that stop will be. We won't see it, so we're swapping to the front, as there is Valentine Nisu still in the lead. And oh, there's a mistake behind from Leventi Dobos. And I believe Ibobo has got through, has he? And yes, he has. Ibobo has got second place. That was a very bad mistake there by Leventi Dobos. Will that cost him in the race? Dobos, who's been behind Nisu the whole race, he hasn't been able to get past him, and that has obviously got to him. I can see, looking on the onboard, Ibobo was coming through, he's behind him, and you can see he just goes wide, gets a bit of understeer, goes onto the Astro, and loses the control of the car, and that means that he has lost second place. Bad mistake for Leventi Dobos, one of the title favourites at the moment, as he will lose second place. Will that cost him later in the race? We will see. As now Pedro Muka comes into the pits. Let's see how quick this stop will be for him. And you can see Blaga sets the fastest lap of a 1:20.002 there, proving the pace of these DTM cars. So we're now halfway through the race on lap 16. So now Leventi Dobos comes to the pits, and so does Nisu. So Ibobo has stayed out. So are they trying to do the undercut on Ibobo, or is Ibobo trying to do essentially an overcut, trying to stay out for as long as he can before pitting? So let's see if that works out. As here's a big battle for fourth place with Dyer, Renz Jans, Kloskwe, and Nisu needs to get in front of these guys. Otherwise, this is going to affect him in the race. Is he going to get in front? Is the big question. He's going to come out the pits, and I think he is just about. Look at how close it is. There's a big gaggle of cars, and it's side by side between him and Dyer. And is he going to get out in front overall? Yes, he is. That could be vital in the race. And there's Renz Jans behind. There's Chris Brown. There's Hakan Sam. There's Blaga involved. Kloskwe. So wow, that is that could be very, very vital at the end of the race. But we will see. As Leventi Dobos unfortunately is stuck behind this traffic, so that is going to affect him badly. So it looks like that mistake he made when trying to battle Nisu for the lead could affect him later in the race, as there is a battle between Blaga and Chris Brown as they come through turn 11 down the back straight. Surely is Brown going to have to back off, and yes he does, but that's going to give Leventi Dobos a chance to get past. He's got so much speed as Brown's lost all his speed trying to letting Blaga through there, and Dobos is going to take 8th place. Is he? No, I think Brown's going to try and keep it, and yes he is. Now we're on lap 20, and oh, there was contact there between Hakan Sam and Leventi Dobos, and that has not fortunately affected Dobos, but you can see there was clear contact there, and that essentially helped Federer go around the corner there, as there is still a massive gaggle of cars. So there's Hutala battling there in 16th place for a last spot essentially. There's Hakan Sam battling with Azul Zafri, and Zafri's had to back off, and that's going to give the cars behind Zafri a chance to get past. As now here into the pit comes Renz Jans, and Ibobo still hasn't made his pit stop yet. So I don't think he'll come out ahead of Nisu, but it will be interesting to see what happens later on in the race. So Jans, who I believe has made a stop, this is his second stop of the race. So that is a bit unfortunate there for Jans. I think he has made a stop before, unless my memory has gone on me. But anyway, into the pits also comes Chris Brown, and I don't believe he has made a stop either. So we'll see what happens at the end of the race, how many cars are going to make it. As now finally into the pits comes Victor Ibobo. This is going to be very, very interesting. He's gone 22 laps on this set of tyres. He's going to have a lot fresher tyres for the last 10 laps if he's going to try and win this race. He most likely is going to get second place, because Leventi Dobos was getting held up behind the gaggle of cars. So Ibobo comes out, and you can see he's going to come out in second place, but he is going to have a big tyre advantage over Nisu as he comes out. Can Victor Ibobo win a race? That will be unbelievable if he can. It is Leventi Dobos in 5th place battling with Kloskwe, and is he going to make the move? And yes he does. There's Victor Fredo involved, there's Zafri there holding up the group of cars there, and there's Chris Brown in 14th. And there was another car going to the pits, Hackens onto the pits, and oh, there was a car by the side, that's Victor Pareto, sorry. So what's happened to Victor Pareto? So, and I think he was trying to go into the pits, but the car in front of him was blocking him off. I think it might have been Federer, and unfortunately, just for some reason, he turned, he knew he wasn't going to make it, and he just turned straight into the wall. Hackens in the pits, Blager's in the pits, Zapfri's in the pits. On a race we're having on at the moment, so poor mistake there by Victor Pareto. As into the pits now comes Kloskwe, Worrell's in the pits as well. So it looks like these guys cannot make it, or cannot make it on one stop. So into the pits comes the Worrell's in the pits. As you can see, Federer's in the pits as well. Kloskwe in the pits. Is a Worrell, so who's going to get out in front? And it looks like it's going to be Kloskwe, I think, as now Hutala's in the pits with 7 laps to go, I should say. You see, there's quite a few drivers that have got through on one stop, but obviously these drivers have not managed, either not fueled themselves at the end, or the tyres have gone off, and it was just a fuel stop there from Hutala, so the team hadn't fueled him to the end, so that was a big mistake there, as Pedro Muka is into the pits as well. See how quick this stop will be. It's tyres for him as well. And now here's the battle for the lead. So Victor Rowe has caught up to Valentin Nisu out in front. So can Nisu hold on to the lead? Will be interesting to see. As Victor Ibobo, I should say, is trying to attack Nisu for the lead. He's got the tyres on Nisu. They're much fresher than him. He only pitted 4 laps ago, Ibobo. So that strategy has clearly worked out very well for him in the Red Bull coloured liveried car. And as he comes through turn 11 onto the back straight, he is going to have all the speed, all the power to try and overtake Valentin Nisu. Leventi Dorbos is well back in 3rd place, so there's no chance of him winning this race. As they're coming through the final couple of corners into turn 14. And Victor Ibobo is in the chance to win this race. No one really especially thought he would be able to, considering what had happened in the GP4 Offline Championship, being involved in several collisions, and he has been involved in a few collisions, such as the Lausitz ring, where he was stuck at the first corner for pretty much the whole race as the Master couldn't move him. Now here comes Ibobo trying to make a move as they head into turn 4, and Ibobo is still right behind Nisu. So will Nisu make a mistake, or will Victor Ibobo make the move? As there you can see Dorbos in 3rd place, well back from these two up front. We've got 5 laps to go this race, and Ibobo is in the chance to win as he's still right behind him. And Ibobo is about to come through turn 8, so Nisu needs to hold his own here. Will he be able to hold on for 5 laps? We will not know. But Ibobo is coming through, he's right behind. And then, oh no, Nisu has gone wide, and Nisu's made a mistake, and Ibobo's taken the lead. And just as I was saying, a commentator's curse right there. Valentin Nisu has gifted the lead to Victor Ibobo. He has gone wide through turn 8. And he, unfortunately, the pressure has unfortunately got to Valentin Nisu. And you can see he just goes a bit wide. He tries desperately to hold the car. But unfortunately, Ibobo was already on the inside there. And there was not really much of a chance of him holding off Ibobo. But Ibobo's got the fresher tyres. Oh, there's contact between Blager and Chris Brown. And Brown has stayed in... no, he hasn't stayed in 5th place. He's had to drop behind Blager. So, a bit of an unnecessary tap. Quite ruthless there from Blager. And Chris Brown goes wide, and I thought he'd still stay in front, but that was quite a snaky move there from Blager. But here we're now on the last lap, and here is your current race leader, Victor Ibobo. He's got a 9-second gap, 9.5 seconds he's got over Valentin Nisu in just 5 laps. That is quite incredible, which shows, I suppose, the pace that he had on those fresher tyres. So the strategy worked out very well for Victor Ibobo in the end. I wasn't sure if it was going to work out, but it worked out very, very well indeed. You can see he's got a massive gap, so he can just cruise to the end as he comes through down the back straight, comes through turn 11. He's about to come through turn 12, 13 and 14, and Victor Ibobo is about to win a GP4 Offline Championship race. I know it's the DTM series, but it's still a win, which no one thought he could do. But Victor Ibobo is coming around the final corner, and Victor Ibobo wins round 4 of the GP4 DTM Offline Championship. Congratulations to him. And there it is, he crosses the checkered flag, a 43-minute race, so relatively short by our standards. But there is Nisu, who's going to come home in 2nd place. 3rd place is going to be Leventi Dorbos. 4th place is going to be Renz Jans. And here, there's a lot of battles still going on for the field. So Dorbos will come home in 3rd place. Nisu comes home in 2nd. He'll be happy with that one. There's Leventi Dorbos coming home in 3rd place. 4th place will be Renz Jans. He'll be happy with that one too. And now we wait for the rest of the field to come across the line. They're all very close once again. So battles still going on through the field. So Blager comes home in 5th. Chris Brown will be in 6th place, just ahead of this gaggle of cars. He'll come ahead of Dyer, Kloskwe, Summers and Zemsik in front of him. They come across the line. So he comes in Dyer 7th, Klosko 8th, sorry, and there's Zemsik in 9th, Klosko 9th, as Federici comes home, and there is Azul Zafri as the rest of the cars come in. Going a bit too quickly for my eyes, but anyway, there is your race winner, Victor Bobo. So here are the full race results, with Bobo winning from Nisu 2nd, Dobos 3rd, Jans 4th, Blaga 5th, Brown 6th, Dyer 7th, Klosko 8th, Summers 9th, Zemsik 10th, Federici 11th, Zafri, Hutala, Worrell, Sam, Muka finishing, and with the following drivers obviously retiring, with Prato, Clayton, Johnson, Vedrina, Anderson, and of course John Arthur. All those 4 involved in the first lap incidents, or the first lap crashes, all 4 taken out at turn 8, the infamous turn 8, as we will now look at the fastest lap of the race. So the fastest lap of the race was set by Adam Federici, interestingly, with Bobo 2nd, Blaga 3rd, Prato 4th, Jans 5th, Summers 6th, Sam 7th, Worrell 8th, Zemsik 9th, Leventi Dobos only in 10th place actually, and Nisu only in 11th as well, so that was quite interesting there. Klosko in 12th, Zafri in 13th, Brown 14th, Hatala 15th, Muka 16th, Dyer 17th, Clayton 18th, Johnson 19th, Arthur 20th, Anderson 21st, and of course Virginia 22nd. All those guys way off the pace because they never set a proper lap due to getting involved in the first lap collisions. And so now we will go and have a look at the driver standings, and here it is. So Leventi Dobos currently leads the driver standings by 7 points ahead of Randy Janssen second, who's 3 points, I should say, ahead of Pedro Muka in third, at just 1 point ahead of Dyer in fourth, Ibobo 1 point behind in fifth, John Arthur in sixth with 11, Prado 7th with 10, Klosko with 9, Nisu and Brown with 8, Hartola in his final race with 6, Worrell 12th, I should say, with 5, Blaga Sam on 4, Vedrina 3, Johnson 2, Riley 1, Summers on 0, well, the following drivers on 0, I should say, are Summers, Anderson, Zafri, Zemsik, Clayton, and Federici. Well, that has been the round 4 of the DTM Offline Championship here at Istanbul. I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I did. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and we will see you for the next round of the season, which is at the Circuit de Catalunya. Thank you for watching, and we will see you there.